Hello, this is Excel video 318. Today I was working on a project to help a group pull all their contracting data, CPT codes and reimbursement, the amount that was allowed by payer, trended over time for real in-depth contracting review and analysis. When you're ready to make that kind of analysis with your data, I'd love to help you. Today's video is fast and easy. It's terrifically powerful and it's got one caveat. So with that as an introduction, what I want to show you today is from the pivot table options, and then on your way to options, before you get to this options, stop here at report filter pages for a minute. What a report filter page will do is it says show all report filter pages of, let's say, location. And so what I want to do is I'm going to get my pivot table pretty much exactly the way I want it. And then if I want to see location, let me show you what that does. When I click OK, Excel says OK. And then I have, if you look, let's see, if I come back over here, maybe it'd be easier to start here. So here's my pivot table, my initial one that I started with. And here I have 7 or 8 locations. And what, whoops, missed. Sorry about that. There we go. What show report filter pages will do is when you pick one of the report filter areas and you say, I want to see this, what Excel will do is it went out and created a brand new pivot table for every single one of these locations and named it that way. So if you want to see Kekaha, here is the pivot table filtered for Kekaha. And here's the pivot table filtered for Kalapaki, all automatically. So when you're close and you've got 4 doctors, you say, all right, I got the pivot table, but I want to show each one separately. All you have to do is come up to pivot table and I did it again. Pivot table, and you got to hit options over there, and then show report filter pages will create a brand new page with a brand new pivot table, all linked to the same data, everything set up the same way, and it'll just help you and say, here, Nate, let me filter that for you. Here, Nate, let me filter that for you. Here, Nate, let me filter that for you. All the way through each one you want to do. It's a terrifically quick way to get fast pivot tables filtered the way you want them. Now here's the caveat. If you come back and say, or worse yet, your administrator says, that's great, Nate, or, the doctor says, yeah, but I want to see this additional field, or I want to make this calculation or whatever. Now my problem is I've got to make it here and here and here and here, all the way through each of my pivot tables, my report filter pages that Excel created for me, all the way back till I get to the main one. So I don't do report filter pages until I'm pretty sure that I've got exactly what I want. And then you just pick whichever field you want to see every variation of, and whoosh, it'll create them all for you. It even gives them a handy name down in the tab so you can tell exactly which one you're looking for, and they're all filtered. One more catch. Be careful that you don't think, oh, you know what, I can give this to Dr. Jones, or I can give this to the administrator of Shipwreck Beach, and they've got everything they need. Because they can easily come back out here and just from the filter, now they're looking at somebody else's data. So what you don't have here is a secure way to just show one piece of the pie. This is just a filter that allows you to go through and filter the data. Once you're here, if you want to lock down and say, all right, I'm only going to let Dr. Jones see his data, or I'm going to let the shipwreck administrator see their data, what you might do instead is save this as a PDF and spit that out so that they can't go through and change the filter. With those caveats that you want to make darn sure you haven't made any, you don't have to make more changes because now you got to make it on 7 different pivot tables. And if you understand that they can go in and change this filter, this report filter pages is a pretty quick trick to get you an awful lot of pivot tables fast. I hope that was helpful for you. We'll go through some more options next time. Thanks for watching.